Legio VI Ferrata was a legion of the Imperial Roman army. It probably originated from the Republican general Pompey's 6th Legion in Spain. In 30 BC it became part of the Emperor Augustus's standing army. It continued in existence into the 4th century. A Legio VI fought in the Roman Republican civil wars of the 40s and 30s BC. Sent to garrison the province of Judea, it remained there for the next 2 centuries. The legion was also known as Fidelis Constans, meaning loyal and steadfast. It is unclear when this title was given, but several sources indicate that it may have been in the 1st century AD. The symbol for Legio VI Ferrata was the bull. It also carried the symbolic she-wolf with Romulus and Remus. History. Under Caesar, later seeing action at Battle of Pharsalus in 48 BC, Julius Caesar took the 6th to Alexandria to settle the dispute in Egypt with Cleopatra. Alexandria was besieged, and the 6th suffered many casualties, losing approximately 2/3 of its strength. Caesar eventually triumphed when reinforcements under Mithridates of Pergamum arrived. Caesar took his veteran 6th Legion with him to Syria and Pontus. When Caesar reached Pontus, he gathered all his forces together in one spot. They were modest in number and experience of war, with the exception of the veteran 6th Legion, which he had brought with him from Alexandria, but this had gone through such toil and danger and been so reduced in size, in part by the difficulties of the marches and voyages, and in part by the frequency of campaigning, that it contained less than 1,000 men. The legion served in Pontus under Caesar in 48 and 47 BC. This culminated in the Battle of Zela, where victory was won by Legio VI. The origin of our victory lay in the bitter and intense hand-to-hand battle joined on the right wing, where the veteran 6th Legion was stationed. Caesar was quite overjoyed at such a victory. Although he had been victorious in many battles, he had brought a major war to an astonishingly rapid end. He ordered the 6th Legion back to Italy to receive the rewards and honors. During Caesar's African war against Scipio in 46 BC, the 6th Legion deserted en masse from Scipio to reinforce Caesar and fought under him. Under Mark Antony, the legion was disbanded in 45 BC after the Battle of Munda, establishing a colony at Arelate, but was reformed by Lepidus the following year and was handed over to Mark Antony the year after. Following the defeat of the Republican generals Cassius and Brutus in successive battles at Philippi in 42 BC and the subsequent division of control between Mark Antony and Caesar's nephew and heir Octavian, a colony was again formed from retired veterans at Beneventum in 41 BC, and the remainder of Legio VI Ferrata was taken by Mark Antony to the east, where it garrisoned Judea. 2 legions under Mark Antony and Octavian. Another 6th Legion, Legio VI Victrix, evidently saw action at Persia in 41 BC, which presents us with a problem because the official Legio VI Ferrata was at that moment with Mark Antony in the east. Octavian did not hesitate to duplicate legionary numerals already in use by Antony. The latter had serving with him Legio V Alordi, Legio VI Ferrata and Legio X Equestris. Soon we find Octavian's army boasting of a Legio V, Legio VI and Legio X. Of these, Legio V and Legio X, and less certainly Legio VI, bore under the empire a bull emblem which would normally indicate a foundation by Caesar, but the true Caesarian legions with these numerals were, with Antony. Quote, "It would seem, therefore, that Octavian had used the veterans of Caesar's 6th Legion, this time from those left at Beneventum, to form the core of his own 6th Legion used at Persia." Later Legio VI Ferrata fought in Antony's Parthian War in 36 BC. During the war between Antony and Octavian, the Legio VI's Ferrata and Victrix found themselves on opposing sides at the Battle of Actium in 31 BC. Legio VI Ferrata was severely mauled by Octavian's forces. Following the battle, another colony of veterans seems to have been created at Bilis in Illyricum, probably together with soldiers from other legions, and the remainder of VI Ferrata was moved to Syria, Judea, where it was to remain, while Legio VI Victrix was sent to Spain. In Judea and Palestina, from 54 AD to 68 AD, the 6th Legion Ferrata served under Gnaeus Domitius Corbulo at Artaxata and Tigrinus Saeter against the Parthians. In 69 AD, the 6th Legion returned to Judea and fought in the Jewish War. As the war wound down, it was placed under the command of Marcianus and fought against Vitellius. The legion was largely responsible for Mucianus' victory over the forces of Vitellius during the brief civil war following the death of Nero. In 106 AD, a vexillatio of the legion participated at the final decisive battle against Dacia. The main legion can be placed at Bostra in Nabatea under Aulus Cornelius Palma Frontonianus. In 138 AD, after the Bar Kokhba revolt, the legion was stationed in a camp known as Legio, near ancient Kiparkodna and modern Largen, in Syria Palestina, a strategic point on Palestine's Via Maris. It was briefly sent to Africa during the reign of Antoninus Pius. In 150 AD, the legion was once again in Syria Palestina, and an inscription found dedicated to Legio VI Ferrata places them still there in 215 AD. Coins of Philip the Arab, found in Caesarea Maritima, indicate the legion was still present California 244 AD. Under Diocletian, it might have moved to the base of Adru, on the south of Limes Arabicus, to defend an area that would become Palestina Tertia. Legacy. The name Largen, associated with the location of the legionary camp, derived from legion. In Ottoman times, a khan erected in that location was known as Khan al-Lajan, and a Palestinian village of that name existed there until the Palestinian-Israeli War of 1947–49, when it was depopulated. A popular Russian song called Eagle of the 6th Legion is dedicated to the 6th Legion. Archaeology. Until recently, the exact location of the castrum of the 6th Legion had not been confirmed, but textual evidence placed it in the Jezreel Valley, along the road from Caesarea Maritima to Beth Shean, in the vicinity of Megiddo. Surveys conducted by Israeli archaeologist Yotam Teper identified Roman remains in the region, including coins and roof tiles stamped with the name of the 6th Legion. In 2010 and 2011, Teper teamed up with the Jezreel Valley Regional Project and the Center for Research and Archaeology of the Southern Levant. Together, Jesse A. Pincus and Timothy Desmet conducted a ground-penetrating radar and electromagnetic survey of this area and published the results with the accompanying archaeogeophysical interpretation. With the results of those two surveys, a collective team decided upon the best areas for excavation during the 2013 field season. Thus, in 2013, the team excavated the Legio VI Ferrata camp, uncovering defensive earthworks, a circumvallation rampart, barracks areas and artifacts including roof tiles stamped with the name of the 6th Legion, coins and fragments of scale armor.